Mr. Speaker, one of the most pressing issues within our transportation system is the backlog of complaints with the Canadian Transportation Agency, the CTA. This backlog has grown by 3,000 complaints per month, resulting in a staggering 60,000 complaints now waiting to be adjudicated. This backlog represents thousands of Canadian passengers who have their travel experiences disrupted, delayed, or some form of service situations, and all these people are awaiting resolution. These passengers have been unable to resolve their compensation claims with airlines, and they are now being asked to wait over 18 months to have their complaints considered by the Canadian Transportation Agency. This adds insult to injury, prolonging what can be serious problems. People are out of pocket, and airlines aren't being held accountable for mismanagement and poor service. And we've seen most recently with damning reporting of Air Canada and WestJet's treatment of passengers with disabilities. For Air Canada, in one case in May, 2 employees, instead of being trained on the proper equipment, attempted to physically lift a passenger but ended up dropping him. In another, a woman's ventilator was disconnected and a lift fell on her head. A man was forced to physically drag himself off a flight in Vancouver. Air Canada admitted they had violated federal accessibility regulations. Now, those passengers we hear got notice, forgiveness, and hopefully amends to what they are entitled to, and Air Canada said they will be looking to ensure proper compliance. Now, I'm looking forward to ensuring that the Air Canada CEO will be appearing before the Human Resources Committee that I serve on, as we have called for him to testify, to explain to Canadians exactly how this airline intends to comply. The latest example was that from WestJet, where a Paralympian was forced to lift herself upstairs to the plane. It was reported she commented that she was frustrated and humiliated, and there was a ramp within 50 meters away. All these situations are disturbing, disappointing, and unacceptable for persons with disabilities to have gone through. But unfortunately, Bill C-52, we are debating here today, does not provide solutions to eliminate the complaints backlog or set specific service standards within accountability mechanisms. Federally regulated entities involved in air travel must also be held accountable for delays or cancellations. This includes airlines, airports, the Canadian Air Transport Security Authority, NAV Canada, and the Canadian Border Services Agency. However, this legislation falls short of these expectations.